Welcome student in Krishna Mahavidyalaya Retribudruk Junior Physics Department. I am Deshmukh DK, Professor at Junior Physics Department, Krishna Mahavidyalaya Retribudruk. Today I have studied electrostatic part number 12. In previous lecture, in previous videos lecture, I have studied electric to determine. I have studied electric potential due to a point charge in previous lecture. In today's lecture, I have studied a electric potential due to an electric dipole. In this lecture, to find out electric potential due to electric dipole, in this region or in this lecture, I have studied a following diagram. In this diagram, there is a electric dipole, that is plus q charge at point A and minus q charge at point B. These two charges are separated by distance 2L. So in this way, these two charges are combined and which is separated by a distance 2L. Then this figure is known as electric dipole. In 11th standard, we have studied a magnetic dipole as well as electric dipole. In this lecture, we can find out electric potential due to electric dipole. So in this way, we can consider this figure. In this figure, O is the center of electric dipole, and at point A there is a plus q charge, and at point B there is a minus q charge, which is separated by a distance to L. Then distance from center O to the point A is small l, and distance from center O to the point B is small l. So in this way, O is the center of electric dipole. Then point C is the nearer or above to the electric dipole. Then distance between point O to C is nothing but small r. And then this line can be passing through the center O, can be inclined to the axis of electric dipole with an angle theta. Then we know that axis of electric dipole and equator of electric dipole, the line or the imaginary line passing through the center of electric dipole and which is perpendicular to the axis of electric dipole, then this imaginary line is known as equator of electric dipole. And the imaginary line passing through the two poles of electric dipole, that is plus q charge and minus q charge, are the two poles of electric dipole. Then imaginary line passing through these two poles of electric dipole and which is parallel to the electric dipole, then this imaginary line is known as axis of electric dipole. Then we know that P is the electric dipole moment. Then in previous lecture, we know that electric dipole moment P bar or P equal to 2 into Q into L. This equation can be studied in a previous lecture. Then in this lecture, in this video series lecture, we can find out electric potential from a point above a electric dipole, that is point C. Then we know that from figure, the line join to the center to the point C, then this distance is nothing but r. And theta is the angle of inclination at point O. Then R1 and R2 are the distances of point C from charges plus Q at point A and from charges minus Q at point B respectively. Then electric potential at point C due to the charge plus Q at point capital A is V1 equal to plus Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into R1, and electric potential at point C due to the charge minus Q at point B is V2 equal to minus Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into R2. The electrostatic potential is the work done by the electric field per unit charge. In previous lecture, we have studied a electric potential or definition of electric potential. On this definition, we can write V equal to W upon Q. So, this equation can be arise from the definition of electric potential. The electric potential at point C due to the dipole is the sum of electric potential at point C due to the plus Q charge and electric potential at point C due to the minus Q charge. So from this explanation, we can write Vc equal to V1 plus V2 and substitute the value of V1 and V2 in above equation. We can write Vc equal to V1 plus V2 equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 upon R1 plus into bracket minus 1 upon R2. So in this way, this equation can be simplified as Vc equal to V1 plus V2 equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. So this is the substitution of value of V1 and V2. Then by the geometry of figure, we can write R1 square equal to R square plus L square minus 2RL cos theta. This is a value of R1. By the geometry of figure, we can write R1 square equal to R square plus L square minus 2RL cos theta. And in this way, also we can write the value of R2 square equal to R2 square equal to R square plus L square plus 2RL cos theta. Then substitute this value. Then from this equation or simplify about these two equations. Then we can write about two equations, that is value of R1 square and value of R2 square, can be simplified by following ways. We can take an outside the common. We can take a common R square term from the right side. So in this way, we can write R1 square equal to R square into bracket 1 plus L square upon R square minus 2 into L cos theta upon R. This is a value of R1 square. And also or similarly, R2 square equal to R square taken common outside to the bracket, and in bracket we can write 1 plus L square upon R square plus 2 into L upon R cos theta. So in this way, we can simplify the value of R1 square and R2 square. For a short, we can consider for a short dipole, 2L is very less than small r. And if small r is greater than, very greater than small l. From this consideration, we can write L upon R is very small. So, or therefore, L square upon R square can be neglected. So this term can be neglected, means L square upon R square can be neglected. So above equations can be rewrite or can be simplified as following ways. Therefore, R1 square equal to R square into bracket 1 minus 2 into L upon R cos theta, and R2 square equal to R square into bracket 1 plus 2L cos theta upon R. So this is the value of R1 square and R2 square. So simplify this, taking square root on both sides of value of R1 square and value of R2 square. So in this way, we can write taking square root of these two equations. Therefore, R1 equal to R into bracket 1 minus 2L upon R into cos theta raised to half, and R2 equal to R into bracket 1 plus 2L cos theta upon R raised to half. So in this way, we can find out value of R1 and R2. So taking reciprocal of these two values, that is R1 and R2, then we can write, therefore 1 upon R1 equal to 1 upon R into bracket 1 minus 2L cos theta upon R raised to minus half. This minus sign can be arise from taking a reciprocal of R1 and R2. The raised to minus half can be arise, minus sign can be arise, and in this way we can find out value of 1 upon R2 equal to 1 upon R into bracket 1 plus 2L cos theta upon R raised to minus 1 half. Then substitute these values of, that is 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2 in above equation, that is Vc equal to V1 plus V2 equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. In this equation, we can substitute the values of 1 upon R1 and R2 in following ways. Therefore, Vc equal to V1 plus V2 equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into bracket square bracket 1 upon R into small bracket 1 minus 2L cos theta upon R raised to half minus 1 upon R into bracket 1 plus 2L cos theta upon R raised to half. So in this way, we can simplify the above equation. Using binomial expansion, we can know the binomial formula 1 plus x raised to n equal to 1 plus n into x. So this binomial formula can be used, and in this equation we can consider x is very less than L and retaining terms up to the first order of L upon R only we get Vc equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 upon R into square bracket into small bracket 1 plus L upon R cos theta, small bracket complete, minus 1 minus into bracket 1 minus L upon cos theta, small bracket complete, square bracket complete. So this equation can be arise from the binomial expansion or equation. Then simplify this equation. We can write Vc equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into R into square bracket 1 plus L upon R cos theta minus 1 plus L upon R cos theta. Then 1 and in square bracket, one place is plus 1 and other place is minus 1, cancel to each other, and L upon R cos theta, there is plus sign, plus L upon cos theta, there is plus sign. So there must be addition of these two terms. Then we can write Vc equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into R into square bracket 2L upon R cos theta. So in this way, above equation can be simplified here. Then we can write Vc equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R into 2L upon R cos theta. Therefore, Vc equal to, simplify or rewrite this equation in terms of electric dipole. We know that electric dipole moment is nothing but P equal to Q into 2L. So in this way, we can write electric potential at point C, that is Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P into cos theta upon R square. There must be a electric dipole moment, that is P, can be arise here. Then in this way, this equation can be write Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P cos theta upon R square. Electric potential at point C can also be expressed as above equation is the required equation, that is above equation is the required equation for electric potential at the dipole or point is near to the electric dipole. So this equation must be Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P cos theta upon R square. This equation is in terms of electric dipole moment. Then this electric potential at point C can be expressed in following ways. Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P bar dot R bar. There is a dot product of P into R. There upon R cube. That is equation can be right here. Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P bar dot R bar upon R cube. Then this is the rearrange of above equation. Therefore, Vc equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into P bar dot R cap upon R square. Because R cap equal to R bar upon R, where R cap is a unit vector along a position vector OC bar equal to R cap, which is shown in the diagram above. Then particular case first. Then we have studied a particular case first, which is nothing but electric potential at an axial point at which theta equal to 0 degree or theta equal to 180 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree towards the plus Q or 180 degree towards the minus q charge. So substitute theta equal to 0 or theta equal to 180 degree in a above required equation, then we can write v axis or v axial equal to plus or minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into p upon r square, at which there is the maximum value of electric potential at axial point or at axis of a electric dipole. And second case is nothing but to determine or to find electric potential at an equatorial point, that is theta equal to 90 degree, and at which or this value can be substituted in a general equation of electric dipole or in above required equation of electric dipole, then v equal to 0, because whenever cos 90 substitute value of cos theta equal to cos 90, then cos 90 equal to 0, then v equal to 0. So here, hence the potential at any point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole becomes a 0 or is equal to the 0, means at equatorial point there is a minimum value of or minimum magnitude of electric potential of a dipole, and at a axial point or at the axis of electric dipole or at a axial of electric dipole, there is a electric potential is maximum at axial point or at axis of electric dipole. Thus the plane perpendicular to the line between the charges at the midpoint is an equipotential plane with potential 0. The work done to move a charge anywhere in this plane, electric potential difference being 0, will be 0. So in this way, in today's lecture, we can find out electric potential at a point near to the electric dipole, and there are two particular cases, means a electric potential at axial point at which maximum electric potential can be obtained, and at a equatorial point there is a minimum electric potential is obtained, that is 0 potential. Okay, thank you student. Today's lecture completed here.